Good evening, all. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Any doubts, ma? In yesterday's class, any doubts?
Sir,
Yes. Yes.
sir, in complex numbers, how to find input for both imaginary and real numbers, sir? How to take input for both imaginary and real numbers?
Yeah. Yeah. We are supposed to take two inputs separately. Okay. I'll explain that
Sir,
program.
once okay,
Yeah.
sir.
Sure. 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 Yes. Next. Next. Any more doubts? Yes. Okay. So if you have any doubts, please respond in the chat box. One question asked by one of your friend: how to take inputs, real input and complex input? Because we are supposed to form a complex number, because I asked a question, program to perform some addition of two complex or subtraction of some two complex, or maybe subtraction, addition or multiplication, whatever it may be. So can we convert complex into float? Okay, but yeah, we can do it, but it is going to convert your real part only. The imaginary part cannot be converted. Yeah, we'll see these two doubts. But one more request from my side. Okay, whatever the things you are doing, okay, uh, it's it's better to practice in parallel with me. If anybody, at least some students who are ready with your device, maybe with laptop or mobile, so that it is very interactive and it is very hands-on session. So that if there are any doubts in real time only, okay, maybe you can share your screen. With that, I'll give you some more inputs. Or if you are getting any error, if we do it parallelly along with me, then immediately I'll suggest some inputs. Okay, I'll give you some suggestions, so that okay, remaining students are also get more awareness and more they will understand more, and immediately, maybe if anyone is not doing parallelly, they will do at least after the completion of the class. Understood, all of you? So my suggestion is, at least a few people, okay, do parallelly. Okay, not theoretical part, especially when we are doing some programs. If you do the programs parallelly, you can understand. When you are writing by your own the program, you can understand, okay, what type of error you are going to get, what type of things to be done, okay, what are the do's and don'ts, everything you can understand. So that if you share your screen, then all of your friends will see, okay, and they will also practice in that way. So whether it is mobile or laptop, it doesn't matter, whatever may be the device. If you are getting some real time practice, okay, some hands on practice along with me, so it is okay, so it is going to give you good results than practicing later. So that is my suggestion. So at least we'll hope at least few students will do that, so that remaining students are also going to habituate in that style. So that you can do everything after completion of the class. Maybe after completion of the class, maybe in next 1 hour you can do it everything for this class daily. If you do like that, then automatically you can complete your task, and you can learn the concept whatever we are discussing in the class, right? So now I'll discuss the questions what are asked by some of your friends. I'll go one by one. So first question asked is, Actually, I given a program, sum of two complex numbers. Actually, this is very simple program. If you assume two numbers, for example, if I assume something like this first complex number, this is second complex number, then sum means simply I can write print of sum is a plus b. So this is very simple actually. This is very simple. Okay, but I clearly mentioned don't do like this. Don't assume any number in the program. If you assume any number, then it is not the correct way of reading the input. So you are supposed to read the input. Okay, so that's why how you are going to read the input, especially for complex number. Because for integer, for a float, directly you can do it. But for complex number, especially the number which is having imaginary part, it is little bit difficult. Not difficult, it's a tricky part. So before going to this, you should know how to form a complex number. Okay, so let me read some real, or I can say R1 is equals to I can write int of input of enter real part of number 1, real part of first number. All of you observe this program carefully. Why I am taking integer, I'll explain. Maybe you have doubt. It is a complex number. Why you are taking integer? I'll explain. Don't worry about that. I1 is equals to I1 is equals to int of input of enter imaginary part of first number. So now what I'll do is, first I want to construct complex number. So print the complex number is now all of you please see here. Complex of I am sending this real part, comma, imaginary part. This is the main logic here. You are going to send real part and you are going to send imaginary part. You are going to send real part and you are going to send imaginary part. If you remember yesterday I explained this type of examples. Complex of 3, 2, then what we got? 3 plus 2j. So here also we are asking one number, that is real number, and we are asking one more number, that is imaginary number, and we are passing these two numbers to complex, so that a complex number is formed. Is it clear to all? Is it clear? Please respond. Are you getting or not? Please respond. Okay. So anyway, we'll write the remaining program also. This is only for one complex number. For second complex number also, I'll do the same. I can call it as R2 means second number real part. Second number real part. Enter real part of second number. Enter imaginary part of second number. This is I2. I can say it is I2. The real part of first number is R1. Imaginary part of first number is I1. Real part of second number is R2. Imaginary part of second number is I2. So complex number, or you can say first complex number is, second complex number is. Here what we are supposed to send? We are supposed to send R2 and I2. So now you got two complex numbers ready. Okay. In this way, you are supposed to you are supposed to take. Otherwise, here also no problem. Instead of taking this here, you can directly take here. If you don't want these things, directly you can take here. Here you can take. Okay. The first complex number is C1. C1 means complex number 1 is equals to complex of R1 comma I1. This is first complex number. And similarly, second complex number also you can take C2. C2 is equals to complex of R2 comma I2. This is second complex number. So now we are ready with first complex number and second complex number. Now whatever you want to do, you can do. So print of sum of complex numbers is C1 plus C2. So now we'll see. Okay, so all of you please observe this program carefully. Let me know if you have any doubts. First we are taking two numbers. Two numbers means real part of first number, imaginary part of first number. Okay, and after taking the two parts separately, we are creating a complex number. We are forming a complex number. That is I am calling as complex number 1, C1. Next I am reading a real part of second number, imaginary part of second number. After reading these two numbers, real part of second number, imaginary part of second number, I am creating complex number 2. That is I am calling as C2. So now I am ready with complex number 1 and complex number 2. So once I am ready with complex number 1 and 2, just I am going to perform addition. Is clear to all? Remaining students, first you should know what is the format of complex number. Because here we are not reading. We can't read the number directly because it is two parts, right? It's not like your integer, it's not like your float. Integer float means only single part will be there. Directly we can write int of, float of. But it is two parts. Real part is there, imaginary part is there. So that's why we are going to read these two parts separately and you have to form a complex number. And similarly for second number also same. Now if we observe here, we'll execute this program. Enter real part of first number, I am giving 3. Enter imaginary part of first number, I am giving 4. Okay. The first complex number is, okay, I am not displaying that number. Anyway, I am not displaying that number. So now if you observe here, this is first complex number real part 3 and second complex number real part 4. 3 plus 4, 7. And first complex number imaginary part 4 and second complex number imaginary part 5. 4 plus 5, 9. So 7 plus 9j. 7 plus 9j is the result. The sum of two complex numbers. If you want to display, you can display here. Actually, I am not displaying that number. If you want to display, okay. So after this, you can display here. First complex number is C1. After this line, you can display. If you want to write this line after this also, no problem. First complex number is C1. And similarly, you can write this. Second complex number is C2. That is not required. Only for your understanding, I am writing. That is up to you whether you want to write. Again, I'll run this program. Real part of first number, I am giving 4. Imaginary part of first number 3. Okay. Here, first complex number is 4 plus 3j. Second, real part of second number is 5. And it is 4. So second complex number is 5 plus 4j. And sum is, this is 4 is real part and 5 is real part. 4 plus 5, 9. 3 plus 4, 7. So 7j is imaginary, 9 is real. I hope all of you understood this. All of you clear? Is it clear to all? How we are going to create or how we are going to form a complex number? Any doubts? Please respond in the chat box. Is it clear? Okay. So not only addition of two complex numbers, now you are ready with two complex numbers, right? You are having two complex numbers. So two numbers are ready. C1 is ready, C2 is ready. You can do whatever you want. You can perform subtraction also. You can perform multiplication also. You can perform division also. Please mute. Here subtraction also you can do subtraction. Subtraction of complex numbers is just you can write C1 minus C2, and multiplication of complex numbers is C1 into C2. Division of complex numbers is C1 by C2. Now let's see. So just I'm giving 4 and 2, 2 and 1. So these are all the operations of complex numbers. Sum is 6 plus 3j, subtraction is 2 plus 1j, multiplication is 6 plus 8j, division is 2 plus 0j. So these are the all operations on complex numbers. Similarly, you can write same program for float and as well as for integer. We can perform all arithmetical operations. Arithmetical addition, this is addition, this is subtraction, this is multiplication, this is division. You can write the same program for all the numbers. Numbers means for integer and as well as for the float also. Any doubts in this program? Any doubts? All of you understood? Please respond, remaining students. The program looks like a little bit big, but nothing is there. Okay, everything is simple actually. You should know how to form a complex number. Okay, the procedure here is main logic is how to form a complex number. It is important because it's not like a integer or it's not like a float. So that's why first we are going to read the inputs. Once we got the inputs, we are forming complex number. Similarly, we are reading inputs and we are forming complex number. Okay, once we got this complex number, then we are performing all our operations. This is sequence. The sequence should be followed. Okay, right. So, and one more question asked by one of your friend. Question is okay. I think can we perform translation translation of complex to int? I think it's a question, right? Is it the same question you asked? Let me check in chat box. So can we convert complex to int float? Okay, yeah, the same question. So if you want, you can check it out in the Python shell itself. Before going to program, you can check it in the cell. If you check it in the shell, you will get an idea. For example, I can take some number. C is equals to 2 plus 5j. If you want, you can check it out. Type of C is it's a complex number. Now you are asking, can I convert to integer? Print of C. So it is not going to be converted. So that is the problem. Why the problem? Because it is not having only one part. It is having two numbers. Okay, two numbers means real part and as well as imaginary part. So that's why we can't convert. Okay, so that is the error. It is not error actually. It is the limitation. You can't convert any complex number to integer. Okay, similarly, you can't convert any complex number to float also. Okay, you can't convert any complex number to integer. You can't convert any complex number to float. But the reverse can be done. What is the reverse? Reverse is I can take I is equals to 20. You check this I type, it is integer. Then you can convert print of of complex of 5. This is possible. You can convert any integer number to complex number, but you can't convert any complex number to integer or any float number to complex. Why? Because the only problem is it is having two parts. Okay, so that's why we can't make the imaginary part. We can't skip the imaginary part. You can't neglect the imaginary part. That is the reason. We can't neglect the imaginary part. That is the reason. I hope I understood your question, right? I hope I think you got the answer for the question, right? The only reason why we can't do conversion of uh, complex to int or complex to float, the reason is we are not going to skip the imaginary part, because complex number by default it is having two parts, real and imaginary. Okay, so we can't skip this imaginary part because it is also part of the number, right? So because it is a part of the number, we can't skip it or we can't neglect it. That's why it is not possible. Any doubts? Still any more doubts? Any more doubts still regarding conversions? All of you written a program for conversion of integer to float, conversion of integer to float, or conversion of float to integer. Have you written the programs for conversion of integer to float or conversion of float to integer? Can anyone share your screen so that remaining also can understand? Anyone share your screen? Anyone? Sri Prajna, Madhuri Sri Prajna. Have you
Sir,
completed? Can you share your screen? Whatever the programs you did, okay, just you share so that okay, remaining also can understand. Is it possible for you to share screen? Sri
sir, some
Prajna.
are erased, sir. All are not there, sir. Can I show one or
Okay, okay.
two, sir?
Yesterday's. Yeah, yesterday's one or two, no problem. One or two.
Okay, sir.
Okay, I'll stop share. Yeah, now we can share. Don't think that it's like a punishment. Okay, so just I am asking for uh, interaction purpose. Okay,
Sir, share screening is not allowing, sir.
1 minute, 1 minute. Okay, now you can check it out. Please check it now. Are you able to share now?
No, sir, it is not coming, sir.
No, no. Just now,
You're not allowed to share your screen.
no. Just now I enabled, ma. Just now I given the permission. Share screen permission I given. Anyone remaining students? Anyone are able to share your screen? Anyone? It is not allowing.
It is
What it
not
is?
allowing, sir.
Shall I given 1 minute? 1 minute. Okay. Now you check it out, Sri Prajna. Okay, all of you please observe. Yes. Okay. Yeah, you are taken number 450 and number 450. So that is using input function, right? Number 300 you
Yes, sir.
entered number difference is 150. Okay. Next. Okay. So any programs from yesterday like conversions, translation and conversions, number conversions?
Sir, I had done, but I had erased it, sir. You had given 4 programs, no, sir.
Yes, yes, yes. So anybody having yes, ma, you can stop your screen. You can stop your screen share. Anybody completed that programs, studies programs, conversion like integer to float or float to int or integer to program. I'm asking program. I'm not asking the practice what you did from the shell. Okay, you can do the same from the shell also, but I'm asking program. Anybody is ready with your program, or at least can anyone do right now? I'll give you the task. Okay, very simple task. Okay, so what is the answer for this? The answer for this question is no. Okay, so now please try this program. Okay, all of you please try this program. I'll give some time also, 10 minutes time or 5 minutes time. Please try all of you. You are getting error also, no problem. I'll suggest you. Okay, Python program to read, float, and convert integer. Please all of you write this program. Please all of you practice this program now itself. If you have any doubts, please let me know. Okay, all of you please try. Try. If anyone completed, you can share your screen. Okay, so must and should you are supposed to use input function. I'm not sharing my screen. All of you please practice this program. Okay, the program is Python program to read float and convert to integer. Please all of you try this program to read a float number and convert to integer. Please try this program. It's only 2 to 3 lines. It's not a big program. It's only 2 to 3 lines. You can take any float number and you can convert to integer. Please do it right now from your mobile or laptop or desktop. Because if you are getting any doubts in real time, okay, so that your friends also mostly they will also get the same doubt. So that you may not get the same error while you are practicing. That is the main intention of asking okay to do these programs parallelly. Please try your uh, in your devices. Anyone completed, please let me know. It's not allowing sharing screen. 1 minute. Adinarayana Chaudhary. Adinarayana Chaudhary. Yes, yes, yeah. You are writing program, but I want to see in your screen. Then it is 1 minute. Adinarayan Chaudhary, I am making you as co-host. Okay, now you can share. Adinarayana Chaudhary, you can share your screen.
So just a minute, sir. I'm writing the program.
I'll stop share. Yes, you can share your screen. Are you sharing? Are you sharing your screen, Adinarayan Chaudhary? I'm writing in mobile. Okay. Sharon, you are writing in mobile. Okay, that is fine, no problem. Remaining also, any doubts? Adinarayan Chaudhary, I given you permission. You can share your screen if you are completed.
Yes, sir, I'm writing in
Remaining
error.
students? Okay, no problem. From mobile also you can share. In mobile also you'll have an option called the share screen. Okay. Anyone completed? Any doubts? All of you completed or any doubts? Anyone having any doubts? Anyone having any doubts regarding conversions? Are you able to write any program if I given conversion, for example, integer to float or float to integer or complex number to, okay, and how can you form a complex number? Just now we seen, okay, or addition of two integers, addition of two complex numbers, addition of two float numbers, okay, all these things you must uh, you must complete. Okay, you are supposed to be ready with all these programs. Any doubts regarding this conversions? Still any more doubts? If you have any doubts, then we'll see. Okay, so Raju is having no doubts.
So it's
Okay, so
clear.
now, yes, yes, Adinarayan Chaudhary, yes, you tell me. You are unable to share your screen, huh?
I'm getting error, sir.
Okay, 1 minute. Means where you are getting error in screen sharing or in program? Okay, you can share your screen
In
so that
program,
I'll
sir.
tell you.
Ramcharan wants to share the screen.
Yes, yes, yes. You can share your screen if there is anything error in the program also we'll see. Ram Charan, you want to share? Actually, you said like you are typing in mobile. No problem.
Sir,
Anyone?
can I share
Yes,
my
yes.
screen, sir?
1 minute. 1 minute. Okay. Okay, you can share your screen. Just only for to encourage other students to practice more and more programs. Okay, nothing is there. Here we are not evaluating anyone. Don't think that, okay, so I'm asking to share your screen. It's only for creating awareness and programming because I don't know whether you people are getting some time or not, but you are supposed to allocate some time for Python. In a day of 24 hours, at least you will spend some 1 hour or 1 hour to 1.5 hours for practice. That is must and should. Daily you spend minimum 1 hour apart from listening class. Then only you will get programming practice and you create programs by your own. That is the purpose here. Nothing more than that. Yes, yes. You can share, ma. You can share your screen. Because programming cannot be neglected. Programming cannot be neglected, and you don't give any gap for any continuous practice. It should be a continuous practice. It's like a normal your regular habit. I can say programming is a regular habit. Daily you do one program or at least two or three like that. Minimum one program you are supposed to do so that you should have some some regular practice. Yes, Raju want to share your screen. 1 minute. Yes, Raju, you can share your screen. No problem. From mobile also no problem. It is Okay, we are not testing here whether you are using mobile or laptop. That doesn't matter. Okay, as we discussed, everything is possible in mobile, whatever possible in laptop or computer. From mobile also you can do everything. You can do simple projects also from mobile. It's not like only you are supposed to practice in computer. Python is well supported for mobile devices also. Okay, so maybe some programming languages you are supposed to use only purely computer or laptop, but for Python, okay, you can use so many apps are available. So many apps are available for Python practice. Yes, anyone is sharing? I'm waiting here. Anyone is sharing? Actually, we given permission for 4 to 5 members. So you can share. Anyone can share, and so that I can check your program whether you are doing any mistake, whether you are doing any mistake or not. Okay. If everything is fine, then the remaining students are also going to understand the things. Okay, Ram Charan, you can. Ram Charan, you can share. Yes. It's very good. Okay. Yeah. A is equals to float input of enter any float number. All of you, please observe this program. Maybe your logic is different from Ram Charan logic, and maybe my logic also different from his logic, because programming is it's not going to be same for all. Your thinking style is different. My thinking style is different after converting the given float number. Okay, can you run this program? Please run this program. Okay, enter any float number. You are given 45.78. After converting the given float number to int is 45. Right, very good. Okay, you can stop your screen share. I hope all of you understood, right, how you are going to write program in mobile and how you are going to execute it. If any student is having any doubt, how can I write program in mobile? Maybe your doubt will be cleared with this. Okay, because Ram Charan is written program in mobile only and he executed also. Okay, so yes, so that type of initiation is required. Okay, so even though you are using mobile also, don't worry, you can do everything in mobile. You can practice every program. You can do some projects also in mobile. Also, you can do projects, especially regarding Python. I am talking. Okay, so you can do any type of programs on conversions. You people are uh, able to write all the programs relating to conversions. Any doubts in conversions? I hope all of you are able to write programs in conversions. Yes. Okay. So now my question is, and you people are able to write the programs on integer numbers, all arithmetical operations on integer numbers, all arithmetical operations on float numbers, and all arithmetical operations on complex numbers. How many of you are not able to write these three programs? Please respond in the chat box. Already we seen one program just now. The program what I discussed is operations on complex numbers, or arithmetical operations on complex numbers. Just now we seen this program. Okay, so the program is arithmetical operations on complex numbers. We can perform complex numbers addition. We can perform complex number subtraction. We can do multiplication of two complex numbers, and we can do a division of two complex numbers. Similarly, are you able to write program for all operations, all arithmetical operations on integers, all arithmetical operations on float numbers, and all arithmetical operations on complex numbers? Are you able to do it? These three programs. Anyone having any doubts in these programs? Please let me know in the chat box if anyone is not able to do, or any doubts, any type of doubt. please respond yes or no if you are able to do. Okay, so yeah, only one student is responding. Remaining students. So my point here is you must be familiar with integer data type. You must be familiar with the float data type. You must be familiar with the complex data type. Familiar means addition of two integers, addition of two float, addition of two complex, subtraction of integer, multiplication of integer, division of integer, subtraction of float, multiplication of float, division of float, addition of complex, subtraction of complex, multiplication of complex, division of complex. So these three things, all of you are able to do these programs. Okay, right. So next, and you are in a position to write. You are in a position to read any input. You are in a position to read any input. Any input means the input may be in any format. Means it may be in string format. It may be in integer format. It may be in float format. It may be in complex format. So the means indirectly what I am asking is, are you able to do any type of conversion? In general, you will get only string. If you are using input function, it is going to read only in string format. But are you able to convert that string format input to any type of input like integer or a string or complex or float? So all the programs are once explained. Read function. Read function we will get it. Okay, don't worry about read function. Read function means you are asking print. Sorry, input function. Is it input function you are asking about? Reading means input only, right? Okay. So what is your doubt? I'll write some program so that okay, I'll write some program for input. Okay, all of you remembered whenever I am writing hash, it is for comment. Okay, read a number and display the same. This is simple program. Read a number and display the same. So first I am asking number 1 is equals to int of input of enter any number. Enter any number. Int of you entered number 1. This is the program. What is the program? The program is asking you enter some number, and whatever the number you entered, that is displaying the same. Okay. Okay, so let me run this program. So enter any number. I am giving some 1000. You entered 1000. Okay. You entered 1000. So this is nothing but reading the input from the user. So I'm reading the input using input function, and I'm displaying the same whatever you entered by using print function. That's why I told you input is a function used to read the data from the user, or it is going to take the input from the user. Print is the function used to display the same thing, display whatever you want on the screen. That is the purpose of print. That's why input function is known as input purpose. Print function is known as output function. Is it clear? So once again explain how you read function. That's what I'm explaining, right? That's what I'm explaining. I'm explaining same input function only. The input function is used for reading something from you. It is going to reading something from you. Let me extend this program otherwise. Mobile is equals to int of input enter your mobile number. print of your mobile number. Your mobile number is mobile. Your mobile number is mobile. So this is for integer. For example, now let me take some string. Okay, name is equals to. I'm not writing int now, just because name is always in string format. That's why I'm not writing anything. Simply I'm writing input of enter your name. So if you observe here, for name I am not writing any int because name is always in string format. It may be word or it may be some sentence type of thing. So print of your name is name. Next. Okay. Next is if you want to read some other things like what you want to read, percentage or GPA. GPA is equals to I'm reading float in float format. Float of enter your GPA. Okay, so here float of input of, because I'm converting to float format. Input of print of your GPA is GPA. All of you please observe this program. Just I am using integer if it is a number. If it is an integer number, I am not using for example in the name. For the name, I am not using any integer. I am not using any float because name is obviously it is in string format. And already we know that input function always reads only the string data. So that's why there is no need of any conversion here. And for GPA, I am converting to float because GPA is in the form of float, like 2.3, 6.8, 8.3, 9.5 GPA in that format. So that's why I'm doing this conversion. I hope all of you understood this, right? Any doubts in this program? Any doubts? Let me execute this program with various inputs. First, it is asking enter any number. I am giving 100. You entered 100. Enter your mobile number. I am giving some mobile number. So your mobile number is enter your name. I am giving some name. Your name is enter your GPA. I am giving some GPA. Your GPA is. So this is the way how we are going to read different types of inputs from the user. Different types of inputs means it may be string format, it may be integer format, it may be float format. The input may be in various formats. Okay, it may not be always string, it may not be always integer, it may not be always float. Okay, it may be in various formats. So how we are going to convert into various formats? You can use the conversion. That's it. You can use the conversion. By default, anything is anything you want to read, that is everything is in string format only, because to read any input you are going to use input function. That input function only reads the data in string format. So that is the reason why you are going to do the conversion here. Is it clear? This program is clear to all? Any doubts for reading various inputs? Whether it is integer, whether it is float, whether it is complex, whether it is string, everything you can read and everything you can print. So yes. Okay. So now you people are familiar with print function, and you people are familiar with the type function. You people are familiar with the input function, and you people are familiar with the different types of conversions, how to convert integer to float, float to integer, or integer to complex. Okay, and how to create a complex number. Okay, all these things are you understood, right? You can write any program on all these topics, right? Any doubts? Okay, so now I'll give some more assignment questions. So question number 1, Python program to demonstrate type function using different values. Second program, Python program to demonstrate input function using different values. Third program, Python program to demonstrate various type conversions. All of you able to do these programs? Please, all of you look at these programs. Any doubts, please let me know. Please complete these programs by tomorrow. Any doubts in these 3 programs? Any explanation required for this? Any doubts, ma? All of you able to do this explanation? First question, demonstrate type function using different values. Different values means you can read some number and you try to display its type. You can send that to type function. For example, okay, you can read something and you can display its type. Okay, you can read some other read means maybe directly you can assign some value. A equals to 200. Print a type of A is type of A. B equals to 200.5. Okay, print a type of B is, you can send type of B like that. What is first program? First program is try to demonstrate various types, what type of data you are going to have in Python. Okay, you can take one integer, one float, you can take one string, you can take one complex. You are going to demonstrate all those types. By using type function, you are going to get output like class int, class float, class string, class complex, like that. That is the output of the first program. Second program demonstrate input function using different values. Different values means you can take one integer value. Okay, you can convert to input to integer, you can convert input to float, you can convert input to string. Okay, you can convert input to complex, and you display integer value, display float value, display complex value, display string value. First program we should use input function. The input function it's optional. In first program, even if we don't use input function also not a problem. It's optional in first program because I mentioned clearly type means okay, so don't need to use input also. Any doubts here? If we don't have any doubts, I'll stop here. Please let me know if you have any queries. Any queries?